Well, Jordan, we're here today at Larford Lakes, and one of our most popular short form videos we do is actually finding out what's in the seat box of the stars that we're doing some footage. We're actually doing some members content, but I want to find out what's in your seat box. Talk us through it.
So, obviously starting with the actual box, I've explained many times on many videos, I love my Preston Carbon seat box, and I'm going to try and keep it for as long as possible. Don't think I'm ever going to change it. I just think I like it for the lightness. Obviously it's carbon, so it's got a carbon footplate and it's got a carbon frame, so it makes it really light to pick up and move around. It's actually got carbon legs as well. Cool.
Look at that.
Cool, eh?
Fancy.
Fancy box.
Fancy box.
So yeah, so going into the actual box, I only actually have, well, I have 2 drawers, but only 1 drawer with anything in. Because obviously you can tell this is quite a new seat. This is a new seat.
A new seat? You've treated yourself to a new seat?
In this first tray.
So this is looking rather empty at the moment.
It's just a new tray that comes with the actual seat box itself.
Yes.
Got this floating from our day at Alf Church. Found him in the margin.
That's looking well used.
Anyway, that's that tray. But so this tray actually holds everything I actually use, and you can see it's quite
nice and simple.
Quite a busy full tray. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it on top of my box.
Good idea. Like
it. Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
And then we will start at the end I use the most. So this little bit here, it's the area I use the most. I just have to pull it out and everything I need here. And starting in this little secret tub. We're going to start with a little secret tub.
Secret tub.
These are little pots off the rig, mate.
Ooh.
Ooh, but these just hold number 8 stots. So I just get a couple of packets of number 8s and put them in there.
Ah, clever.
And this is just for my back shots, really.
Nice.
Because I pretty much always use number 8 back shots. So I use that more than any other. So I use quite a lot of them. So I just top this tub up at the start of the season, full of number 8s for back shots, and they just live in there.
I quite like that. That's a clever idea. I always end up spilling mine everywhere.
Yeah. So I just feel like in a little bit of a bigger pot, I can put it in my tray, and yeah, just hold all my number 8s.
They come with the rig mate, do they?
These little pots do, yeah. You get 6 with the rig mate. So obviously you can get spares as well. We sell sets of spare pots, and that's really handy, especially with number 8s. That's the one I use the most. So just want a little bit of a bigger pot so I can hold more of them.
Beautiful.
So that's just my number 8. Where should I put the little stuff I've talked about?
Well, you can
put it back in there.
You can put them back in, you'll remember.
Obviously, I've got this little box with other stots in, and it just has 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s. 9s and 10s, if I'm making rigs from the bank, happens quite a lot now. That's for that.
You strike me as somebody who's well prepared, Jordan.
No. Make a good rig up on the bank.
Okay.
And then 12s and 13s, they're just like little micro stots, and they're just for dotting floats down. If it's sticking up a little bit too high, just add a little 12 or a 13 and just dots it down nice and low. So that's really important to have them. I couldn't go fishing without them, to be honest. My 12s and my 13s, they are really important in my opinion. So that's pretty much all the little stots I carry. I do have some number 9s as well, just in my big drawer here. That's just for making rigs on the bank. That's pretty much the only size shot I use. So I always just have some number 9s as well.
Nice.
We'll put it there for now. And then running on, I have a large selection.
A large selection of plummets.
Large selection of random big plummets, bombs and stuff like that. Obviously, because I've only got a 4 dispenser for stots, I also have some number 11s, a little tub of number 11s. But moving on to the actual plummets, for me personally, I have lots of different ones. You can see I've got like random pyramid-y ones.
Yeah.
Bigger pyramid-y ones. That's more like from a river fishing when it's deeper water or flowing heavier. But to be honest, I don't really do that much river fish anymore. They've just lived in there, and we're going to take them out because I've not got that many of the actual size plummets I use left. So
no proper
ones.
fishing.
They're like proper fishing. They're for proper fishing.
Right. Yeah.
These are for the little puddle fishing.
Puddle fishing. Yeah.
And this is probably my most used plummet these days. A 20-gram plummet.
Oh, look at
I
that.
just feel like you can really accurately plumb up on shelves. Like this 30-gram one is can be a little bit too heavy on shelves on like canal style lakes. I feel like sometimes it can roll down the shelf and stuff. So I feel like a little 20-gram just means I can plumb up a little bit more accurately. Doesn't try and roll away. And yeah, they're my 2 most used plummets, and I've only got one 30-grammer left, so I should upgrade my 30-gram. It's got a little guru one for you.
Ah, nice.
Just found him.
Love to see it.
Want to see him again?
Yeah. Very nice.
Cute. What is he, 30-gram?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got 2 30-grams, but 20-gram, to be honest, that's my most used size.
If it's really deep, do you use a bigger one?
Yeah, if it's like open water carp fishing, I'll just stick to my 30-grammer. So it's just nice to have a few different plummets, and I do have a few.
Yeah.
I've got some bigger ones, like I've said, for river fishing. Sometimes I'm fishing flat floats and stuff, I want a big heavy plummets. That's a 70-gram, that one.
Blimey heck, I do not own one of them.
I know, it doesn't come out very often.
No.
Rob. And then I've got A little bit of a pole pot. Little sprinkle lid of a pole pot.
Nice.
Random.
Little selection of bits and bobs. I always loose feed my plummets, to be fair.
Yeah, I do. So I've got
often.
lots of them. And then I just have a little disgorger, a little Preston disgorger handy in the side there for obviously disgorging the fish. It's nice and don't have to open the drawer too much to get at it. It's a nice little Preston disgorger. And one little handy tip with these ones is they open up in the middle.
Ooh.
And when you're in a tangle,
Ooh.
it has a little knot picker.
Ah.
So if you get in a little tangle, you can undo it with a knot picker.
Well,
really handy. I actually use it all the time. I better use it once a session. That. So
really?
Probably get lots of tangles.
I never knew that. I've learned something there.
That's really good. It's actually a really good little.
That's a sneaky trick, that.
Addition.
Okay.
So we'll put him back in the side. Put all the stocks back. And I do have some different size bombs and stuff, but to be honest, I only ever use the one that's on my rod today. I use a 3/4 of an ounce bomb pretty much everywhere I go, but I have a few different ones. Maybe if I'm fishing a river and stuff and it's flowing, I might use them. So yeah, that's the first drawer. That's the drawer I use the most. Running on to this second one, 2 pairs of scissors, cutting the line. Don't want to bite the line with teeth and stuff, you damage your teeth then. So 2 pairs of scissors, really handy. I pressed them on, and one looked like little school scissors. Do you remember?
Yeah, they look like school scissors.
Yeah, little random school scissors. Don't know where they're from.
Maybe I'm from school.
Maybe they're from school. Not that long ago since I went.
No, true, very young.
So moving on, I've got a little bander.
Ah.
For me, when I'm fishing pellets in the rain, you saw the other day, Rob, I cannot band the pellet in the rain. So
Yes.
this little bander tool, really important for me. Open up my bands, I can put a 6mm or an 8mm pellet in. Really important. If I didn't have that in the rain, I'll be done.
Yeah,
I'll be finished.
On the last members match we filmed, it was rainy, wasn't it? And them
Yeah.
slimy coppins weren't doing you any favours.
Very difficult to band for me. Very annoying, but I have to use a bander.
Good to have
so I've
that
got one.
at hand all the time.
Got a spare number 13 tub of sots. Obviously, dotting my floats down,
Yeah.
really important. I have 2 of them because it's that important to me. A different disgorger with a loop tire on. This is a really handy little tool, like a line marker crayon thing.
Oh,
And this is for just for marking the depth on my top kits. This is so
Nice.
like, and it rubs off really nice. I used to use Tipex. Still have some.
it cracks
But
on
now,
that, doesn't it?
I'm getting on to using this crayon. You can just mark it on, and it comes off really nicely when you want it to, but it doesn't come from rain and stuff. But yeah, just for marking the depth, I find this is really handy. Yeah, so that's that.
Like it.
Then I've got some other big stots and things in there, but I don't use them very often at all, to be honest. That's more for like my river fishing and stuff, for dotting bigger floats down, bigger flat floats and stuff. Got a black pen for marking floats. Obviously, if I'm fishing in white water and on a black bristle, got a black marker pen.
Like it.
I've got 2 different bristle greases. So I've got the classic bristle grease, this red Preston one. Obviously, the tub lasts absolutely years.
Is that something you use a lot?
It's something I use a lot, yeah. More in the winter time more than anything. More when it's really shy, delicate biting fish. Bristle grease is really important to have in your box, because in the winter it definitely gets you more bites to dot your floats down to an absolute minimum. And one thing that some man gave me when I was coaching at Lindome, I think, last year, is he gave me some black bristle grease. You can't get any of that anywhere.
Really?
Like, no shops ever sell it, so that's...
So if you've got a black float,
So
then
if I've got a black float, I use the black bristle grease, and if I'm using a red float, I've got red bristle grease. I should get a yellow, but I don't really
Sneaky.
use yellow floats that much.
didn't tell me about the black bristle grease.
No, Christian's got some as well. Me and Christian own 2.
Oh, backstabbers.
Yeah, got some, what are they called?
Line
stop?
stops.
That'll do, line stops.
Line-
That's just for pellet waggler fishing.
Yeah.
For putting either side of the float. I put 1 up above, 2 below, so they're handy there.
Lovely.
And then I've got a line marker pen fishing a rod. Because if I'm casting out on a bomb or a method feeder and I don't want to clip up, mark the line. And then when I cast out and the white marker's coming off my spool, I know it's about,
You can stop it. You're around about in the right
about
area.
the right area. So I've got a line marker pen.
Interesting.
Got a pen for doing whaling boards, because nobody ever seems
No
to
one
have a pen.
ever has a pen.
How handy is that? A few disgorgers and stuff in there, but nothing too interesting in this middle bit. Moving on to the third compartment, I've got some bait punchers, more for in the winter fishing bomb and bread.
Bomb and bread,
meat.
bomb and meat.
A few different sizes of them.
Nice.
A few little pins to put them on the quick stop.
Nice.
Are they called pins? Needle?
Baiting needle?
Something like
Baiting
that.
needle, I'd say.
Spare one of these, because I'll be done without it. What are they called?
Bander.
My mind is gone. Bander.
Head's gone. Yeah,
Bander.
band and tool.
Some tape. I've got 2 lots of tape. Tape's really important. Obviously, if you're fishing on a shelf, and where you plumb up just happens to be halfway down a section, you need to know where that halfway down a section is. So I just wrap a little bit of this electrical tape around my pole,
Nice.
and I know exactly where I'm fishing. So I've got
Cool.
2 lots of that.
I couldn't be without mine, literally.
The pole tape,
Be
guru
lost.
pole tape.
Yeah.
And I've got some big shots for river fishing in this next one. A few other bread punchers, more for like pole dobbing, to be honest. I use the 5mm and the 6mm quite a lot for F1
In winter?
In winter. They don't get used this time of year.
Yeah, they stay just firmly in the back. Yeah.
Just lives in the back. And I've got some spare life timer rigs on the bank. Obviously, I just use reflow power.
Very popular line.
017, 019, 021.
Nice.
I don't know why 013's there. Never tie a rig up on 013. Way too light, isn't it?
Way too light. That'd get snapped like a twig.
Yeah, and then I've got one of these. And hang on, I'm back. 1 second.
Okay. Where have you gone?
I do have 2 of these in my box normally. 2 of these little bit organisers, I'm going to call them.
Ah, bit organisers.
So I just have some little tiny swivels.
Little bits.
For fishing wagglers and stuff.
Nice.
Some slightly bigger swivels in this.
Nice.
Really like them.
Oh, they've got a little magnetic thing.
Things, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I've got some more like hook length swivel things.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm going to call them.
Yeah, hook length swivel things.
I've got 2 different sizes
More
of them.
What do you use them for?
So when I'm fishing a waggler and stuff, you can quick change your hook length onto one side. Or if you're fishing a feeder, because obviously I fished a Silfish League on the Specimen Lake last winter. If you're fishing a normal cage feeder, like a helicopter style rig, I just use them for attaching my hook length on.
Nice.
So that's what that's what they're in there for, really. And then in this one, I've just got some quick change hook length beads for method feed
always
fishing.
handy. I'll lose mine.
Yeah,
Where's the packet of them gone?
Yeah. So they're all in there.
Nice.
Swivels for fishing a waggler.
Have a look at them.
Lots of swivels.
Yeah, essential.
All nice and neat though. One little.
Yeah, I like that little
box. Some more hook length things for method feeder. More swivels. Oh, I think I've already shown you that one, haven't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and then I have a stopwatch for fishing, timing bites on a bomb and a method feeder. Really, really handy to me. Really, really important.
You'd be lost without
So like
that.
if you're getting a bite in 6 minutes, you can reel in after 6-7 minutes instead of leaving it in for 15 minutes when you know your bite time's going faster. So really, really handy. And then finally, the last few things is Tipp-Ex for marking the depth sometimes, but I like that crayon I've spoke about now. And then I do carry 3 of these spare, the keep net blocks. For when you're fishing venues where it's their nets, if you forget your net bag with all the blocks on, I have a few handy in my bag.
Oh, if you catch £500.
Or if you catch £500, you need more blocks. I've got them here handy.
Lovely.
So that is basically everything in my box, and it's all in one drawer, which is
well organised.
really, really
so why do you have that one above then? Is that to get the height on the box?
That's just for the height, and it comes with it's actually on the actual seat.
Ah, it's attached
so
to the seat.
It's attached, so yeah. So yeah, that's basically everything in my box. He just slides in there really nice. Scissors always get caught.
Well organised, I'd say.
Really well organised, I'm going to say.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's everything in my box.